I'm going to explain the directions of how to do a mind map. This is something that you're going to work on today in class. Mr. Miller will pass out a large piece of white paper for you, and it's on this piece of paper that you will do the mind map. If you remember, we did a mind map at the beginning of the school year on looking at what is science, and we used that to kind of be a picture representation of what we had been learning, and this is the same type of thing that we're going to do with Newton's 3 laws. So on Monday and Tuesday of this week, you worked on information about that. So this is a way of pulling this together and seeing some of the connections and the learning that you have done, demonstrating that understanding for me. So I'm going to show you my start of a mind map, and this is just the beginning. You'll see that my artwork is not the best, and so I'm encouraging you with that. You don't have to be a strong artist to do well with this. So I'm going to give you kind of a tour of my map and explain why I did what I did, and then you will have an opportunity to work on this during the class period. So because this is on Newton's 3 laws, I have a picture of Newton in the middle. If you didn't know who that was, I kind of explained that. I labeled it. Okay, and you can see I added color to add interest, but also to help color code the information that I am putting on here. So if we continue on with this tool, if we look at the top here, we have 3 laws of motion, which is what we've been studying about with Newton. And then out of my picture of Newton, I have 3 arrows to represent the 3 different laws that he kind of helped to define with his work that he did. So the first one, what I've done is just demonstrated the first law here. And like I said, this is just the beginning. It's not everything that you could put on there. But I wanted to show you a start of what this looks like. So in this first arrow, which is Newton's first law, basics of that is the object in motion will stay in motion and object at rest will stay at rest. And there's more to that, and I'll show you by the pictures what the other part of that is. And if you notice up here, I put the first law kind of to define this section of my mind map as that. And then a common name for it is the law of inertia. Now, obviously, inertia isn't a common everyday use word, so I want to make sure that I represent that in my picture. And another way of thinking of that is resistance to change. So how this all works together is, as I mentioned to you before, that the object at rest will stay at rest and object will remain in motion until or unless there is unbalanced force. And what I've done is I've shown a picture of that down here. So I have a ball that's rolling. It would be stay in motion until an opposing force, which in this case is friction, okay, an unbalanced force is applied to it, which would cause the ball to stop motion. Okay, so what Newton was saying is that objects have inertia, they tend to resist a change in motion, but if there is an opposing force or an opposite force that's unbalanced, it'll cause it to change the motion. Okay, and then I have a picture over here of my man sitting on a chair that an object at rest will stay at rest. Okay, and then what I could do off of here is draw something about the opposite force or unbalanced force that would cause this man to get up and move. Okay, so this is, like I said, just to start. I wanted to show you my beginning of a mind map, but I would expand from this based off of what you've read, based off of the other activities you've done this week. This will be due on Monday, so I'm excited to see what you come up with. And from that, I'll be able to see what areas you still don't completely understand and what areas you do understand to help guide our next steps. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.